Over the past few weeks, we've brought you all sorts of night vision footage, ranging from the awful to the it has potential to the not half bad. Roy was responsible for the first lot of NV, with Crow picking up the baton for a night of quality ratting. Now Roy has called in the big guns and is expecting infrared NV from all over the world.
After my last attempt of night vision, and we got those blurry images of the rats, and I got severely berated by Crow, I decided that we'd call in the big guns. So hopefully we're going to outdo you on this one, Andy. And I've called in a very good friend of mine, Darren, and he's a very clever chap when it comes to night vision and setting things up. So we should get some absolutely stunning footage. So do you want to just talk us through what we've got set up on here then?
Yeah, very simple setup tonight. We're using the new Canon XF100 prosumer camcorder, which is absolutely excellent in night vision mode, and two Bosch UFLED illuminators. So we should get some HD footage out to 300 yards plus. It's all powered by a Deben lithium-ion battery, so it keeps it all nice and compact and lightweight. And hopefully Davey's going to have some fun operating a new camera tonight.
And on top of the rifles, we're going to be using
one of my home-built night visions, just nice, simple home-built night vision.
And again, that's just from a CCTV camera.
CCTV camera, yep, and the Nightmaster 800 infrared torch.
Excellent stuff. And so, what do you reckon the footage that we should get through our scopes? I mean, what sort of distance do you reckon we should be able to get?
Easily, we're going to get 200 yards.
Yep. Super.
Obviously, the aiming is tonight to try and call them in as close as possible to try and get some decent nighttime footage.
Excellent stuff. Well, I've been looking forward to this for a long time, so I'm definitely looking forward to have my own back with Andy. So we're going to get out there and see what we can do.
This fantastic setup really does turn the darkness into light, offering hundreds of yards of crystal clear vision. The industrial strength IR CCTV spotlights sitting either side of the camera are usually found around prison walls or building sites, so it's no wonder it's offering us a chance to see into a whole new world. Tonight's footage isn't only being supplied by the night vision camera, we're also getting footage through the scope. That is, if Roy doesn't make too much noise getting it set up. It's not easy keeping quiet with leads, screens and rifles in a snug Argo. With a FoxPro 40 yards in front of us, the fun begins. For the first time ever, David on the camera is the one spotting the foxes and directing the shooter in. Two appear behind us. It's awkward for Roy to get into position, plus they're close to the horizon, so no safe backstop. For now, it is great just being able to watch them.
Unfortunately, the fox has come in behind us, which is the worst possible position we could have had, because he's now sitting on the horizon. It's probably picked up our wind. There's a little breeze blowing towards it, and it's just sitting there having a look. I'm hoping it might just go round.
Then another appears in front and to our right. Darren is in the better position than Roy and takes his chance. Not only is the NV rig good for spotting them, it's good at finding them too. Let's slip back into normal vision for a quick chat with Roy.
Well, that was brilliant, wasn't it? We had the fox come in from behind us, and she was just sitting right on the horizon, so we just couldn't do anything with her. And just as we scanned around, another fox started to come in through the bracken and was making its way around on the cooler. And again, really interesting, because we were obviously sitting back, and we just watched the fox working all the way around the cooler. So again, just trying to work the wind, even though it was only a very light rodent distress that we were using, still working all the way around. And I think we got some footage actually of it sort of scanning back and forth, still not 100% whether or not I wanted to commit, and it was still a good 80 yards out from the call. And where I was, I couldn't get back into the Argo without making a lot of noise, and so I passed the rifle over to Darren, and he made a fantastic shot on it, and we got our first one of the evening. So what I'd like to do now is just try and carry on, especially whilst we've got this kit, try for another 2 or 3 and just see if we can get some really good results with the foxes coming right into us.
It's a great start, and we can't wait to get into another part of the estate. This fox doesn't want to come any closer, and Roy isn't happy with the shot here either. We have a quick pit stop, and then we're onto some fresh ground. We don't have time to set the call out this time and just make do with some hand calls. At 90 yards, it's a straightforward shot for Roy.
Second fox of the evening. Well, the size of it, I would say a vixen. Let's have a look. Yep. So that was probably the vixen that was calling a bit earlier. So very, very pretty little fox, that one. Excellent. Second one in the bag. And as we were coming down here, there was another fox just up to the left, but we didn't have a chance to call or anything like that. But we just decided to shoot this one as we were coming down. We'll go up the top, set the caller up, and see if we can get the other one to come in.
Darren sets up the FoxPro on a stick for this next stop, and we back up into a good position. The rodent distress call has an immediate effect. The wide angle of vision means Roy can be guided in. The foxes can't see us, but they can hear us. This one looks at the call, then us, then back again. Next, we get a different type of customer. We spot a cat at the edge of the field that's making straight for the call. Without hesitation, it gets to within a few feet and stops. The original two foxes are still loitering in the undergrowth. After 5 minutes, one makes a move. It makes sure the cat knows who is boss. Roy has him in the scope, but not one up the spout. Looks like this Charlie is in luck, until he gets reacquainted with the cat.
Squeezed the trigger when I was smack on the fox, and unfortunately it went click and nothing happened, and luckily she just ran down a little bit and stopped, and we managed to take the shot. So number 3 in the bag.
Do you know why she stopped?
Sorry?
Do you know why she stopped?
No idea why she stopped.
Because she nearly bumped into the cat.
Oh, did she?
With the sleet coming down hard and the batteries running low, we're on our last fox of the evening. We tried to get it in close, possibly sacrificing the chance of a shot. With some perseverance, it eventually gets itself into a clear position, and Roy has fox number 4 of the evening. The technology opens up a whole new world and makes Roy appreciate just how many foxes are on this ground. If you didn't get a flash of the eyes, you'd never know.
Unfortunately, rain stopped play. We were going to carry on and see if we could go into the wee hours and see how many we could account for, because the way we were going, even though we were just getting used to the kit and making a few balls up us along the way and a little bit too much noise, we were still getting them in, and we started to get some really, really good reactions and hopefully some fantastic footage. But with this going and with some very expensive kit, we didn't want to get it too wet. So that really just leaves me to say thank you very much for Darren to bringing all your kit down. That was absolutely superb, mate. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, as always.
That was, the results we got on that, well, phenomenal. And especially that or the vixen that came in with the cat, that was just brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, fantastic night, and thank you very much for coming down and showing us all your toys.
We'll do it on a dry night. Have a good night.
Excellent.
Well, Roy's pretty chuffed with his efforts, and we don't think Andy will have an answer unless, of course, he gets Zeiss to lend him their military truck, which spotted this mouse getting run over by a plane at 0.5 kilometre. Yes, maybe that's the answer.